أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I begin in the name of Allah, the most gracious, most merciful, and I seek refuge in Allah from shaitan the accursed. Assalamu alaikum. Peace and guidance, greetings. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. I want to start off by making a definitive statement. And I want to direct the statement to none other than the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley, the Honorable Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley. And I want to state absolutely clear that you, Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley, the Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, would not be able to achieve herd immunity in Trinidad and Tobago. In case you didn't hear me correctly, let me repeat myself. I, Umar Abdullah, is stating to you, the Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley, you are not going to achieve herd immunity in Trinidad and Tobago. Presently, there are over 60% of the population that is against the vaccine. So there's no way you'll ever be able to reach that 70% marker. You will not even be able to reach 50%. But I understand there is an attempt to target the universities and the tertiary institutions and students in this country, the youth, the young people, in order to achieve that. But let me tell you right now, and want to be absolutely clear. You would fail in that attempt. Because I'm going to launch a campaign to prevent that from happening. Now, people may think that the government is on the right path, the 30% or whatever. And what the government is doing is correct and good for the country. But they're not recognizing that things are being made up as they go along. And why I say that is because we've seen where there have been changes, fundamental changes to the narrative that we are normally accustomed with. All right? Now, I don't even want to go to that, shameful episode where the Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Parasram, would have indicated on the 21st of June that there was no deaths was related to the vaccine. But on the 28th, Dr. Avery Hines indicated that 4 to 5 deaths was actually linked to the vaccines. That news item was subsequently taken down for whatever reason. I'm not going to debate that right now, but we'll get to that at some other time. So, I don't know if the chief medical officer is is playing Russian roulette with his freedom. Because I want to remind him, there is a court of law. And there's a prison in this country that has cells with iron bars. And when those cells are locked with a key, sometimes those keys disappear. Just keep that in mind. So coming back to the Prime Minister. According to the WHO, Mr. Prime Minister, herd immunity in June of 2020 stated this: the direction protection from an infectious disease that happens when a population is immune either through vaccination or immunity developed through previous infections. In November 2020, a couple of months after, you see who, the WHO, changing this definition to, and I quote, a population can be protected from a certain virus if a threshold of vaccination is reached. Period. Making up things as they go along, changing the narrative to what we are accustomed to. As I'm on that, did you know that the Webster's Dictionary also changed the definition of what a vaccine is? It sounds crazy, but it's true. In 1828, since 1828, Webster's Dictionary's definition of a vaccine stated this: a preparation of killed microorganisms, living attenuated organisms, or living fully virulent organisms that is administered to produce artificially increased immunity to a particular disease. That was since in 1828, we would have seen that definition in the Webster's Dictionary. On April 23rd, 2021, they changed the narrative. Yeah. So now, when you go to the Webster's Dictionary, this is the definition you're going to see for vaccine: a preparation that is administered as by injection to stimulate the body's immune response against a specific infectious disease. And it goes on to state two more definitions. A, an antigenic preparation of a typically inactivated or attenuated pathogenic agent, such as bacterium or virus, or one of its components or products, such as protein or toxin. B, a preparation of genetic material such as a strand of synthesized messenger RNA that is used by the cells of the body to produce an antigenic substance such as a fragment of virus or spike protein. People, I'm not making this up. I am not making this up. Right? This is no conspiracy theory. This is no conspiracy here. Alright? On the 21st, the CMO did say that there was no link to any deaths with the vaccine. And on the 28th, Avery Hines did say, Dr. Avery Hines did say that 4 to 5 deaths were linked to the vaccine. Now this was an attempt by Avery Hines to tell the truth. Just like what he would have done after that big allegation that was made that the candlelight vigils would have caused the spike. And he came and he indicated that the spike actually occurred after the Easter weekend, which was the fault, well, more or less, pointing in the direction of the government and Prime Minister. Right? So Avery Hines, at every given point in time, is attempting to come out with the truth. I'm very, very sorry for that gentleman. But I admire him though. I admire him. Right? And what he's doing, he's very subtle in his approach, in doing what he's doing. And he's allowing the people to follow his cue. He's asking the people of Trinidad and Tobago, the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, to follow his cue. So anyways, I don't want to stay too long on this video because there's a number of small videos that I want to do, which is a continuation of part 6 of the truth about COVID-19. I want to end by calling out some names. And I want those individuals to get in contact with me, because the first wave movement is going to spill over onto the streets in such large numbers, never seen before in Trinidad and Tobago. Okay? I'm calling on all the trade union leaders. All the trade union leaders. Philip Alexander, Lennox Grant. These are names, these are not trade union leaders, but, trade union leaders know who they are. Michael Anisette, Clyde, the General Secretary of the Communication Workers Union, and also just give me a sec here. Right. Yes. So, Watson Duke, right? All these leaders, I'm asking you, get in contact with me. We are going to hit the streets. Your workers are being affected. Your members are being affected in the workplace. So this concerns you, all right? I'm calling on Philip Alexander, Lennox Grant, Sister Ruby, Robert Amaro, Garth Christopher, Lyndon Mack. You all know who you are. Cathal Haley Singh, Stephen Rez. Contact me. We need to push this agenda forward. No way this is ever going to happen in this country ever again, what this government is doing. Okay? So with that, let me say, goodbye for now, and I will be back with other videos. Thank you.